So I have the thought for the day. So the prophet Joshua says, decide today who you will serve. And so part of the thing about serving is to what will you give your heart? And so we're always kind of trying to land on something large, something, a larger love, if you will. So certainly you give your heart to your spouse, to your kids, to your immediate family, even to Homeboy. But we want to find that thing that no one can take from us. There's an Italian saying that says, may death find you fully alive. So it's the thing that keeps you fully alive, anchored in the eternal now. It's the thing that no one can touch, no matter what. And it's about loving, being loving. And so you want to kind of land on that so you can live, decide today to live in the eternal now. So, I realized I had a prop, but I'll go later. Yes, there we go. Utah is always a good way to go. Yeah, sure. So I had a prop that I was going to use, but now I'll just skip that, and I'll just move to the statement 2. And that is that years ago I knew a guy on death row who wrote me, and he said, my spirit is so sore, it hurts to be me. And I found my way up to San Quentin to death row and visited with him, and he had come to this surprising conclusion. He says, I've decided not to be in prison. And I'll be damned, he wasn't in prison anymore. And he said, God is in every kindness. Every kindness he received, every kindness he would extend. He had found that larger love. He had decided today what he would give his heart to. Now, you got to decide all over again tomorrow, but that's okay. That's how it works. It keeps you anchored in the eternal now, and you're fully alive. Years ago, I went to Sears, and all of a sudden I heard, pop, some loud-ass voice, and I turned around, and it was a little tiny chaparrito homie named Mario. And Mario was pushing this rack on wheels, and the only thing on the rack were all these hangers filled with the largest bras you have ever seen in your entire life. And so I went over to him, he gave me a big abrazo, and he had a work shirt that said Sears and Mario embroidered here. And he had one of those black back braces, you know, because apparently these were really heavy brassieres. And so I said, you work here? And he goes, yeah, your people at Homeboy got me this job. I said, wow, congratulations. So he says, I'm doing good, Pops, and he goes on and on about his wife and his kids and how he's doing well, and he is happy and delighting like he had decided that day. And so I told him, wow, I'm so proud of you that you know, leave behind all that little kid gangbanging stuff, and I give you credit for the man you've chosen to become. And so there was a brief moment where we're just staring at each other in silence. And then I think he noticed that my eyes looked to what he was transporting, and he laughed and he said, imagine, G, they got my ass on bras. And I go, yeah. Well, you know, may death find you living fully. And the idea, of course, is to be anchored in the eternal now. The idea is to find out and decide today to what will you give your heart. And let it be something that's large, because then no one can take that from you.